Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And the other day, somebody asked me about earrings. And 4 or 5 years ago, I got really hooked and made a lot of earrings. And one of the most interesting one I made was to have two different kinds of wood, a walnut and a maple, or a maple and a walnut, or cherry, and just contrasting colors. And what's so unusual about this, you can make two of them out of two little pieces of wood and reverse the colors. Like this could be the walnut and cherry, and the other could be the cherry and the walnut. And all you did was one step. So we're going to draw a circle. This time I'm going to kind of scale it to like a 2-inch earring. And then I'm going to take the spiral tool, which is underneath your polygon tool, and have 4 spirals, holding down the control button to get a perfect spiral, and then hit P. And we can make it a little bit bigger by holding down the shift key. Now, aesthetically, I'd want it the start of the spiral up top. Then take your pen tool, move it out of the way for a second so you can see, and make it something thicker. That's too thick. Make it something thicker than a hairline, and give it rounded points. So watch this square point, square edge right there. We're going to make a rounded point. We don't have to scale it with object because we're already working with that size. Then I'm going to select that. I'm going to go to object. I'm going to convert the outline to an object, and then I'm going to left click, right click. And you see what I did. Now I've got a cut line, and we'll go ahead and finish the earring, and I'm just going to show you. So take an ellipse, make it however big, a little bit bigger than 1/4 of an inch. You can put it at the center of the page to bring it up, but you can see it goes right to the quadrant. Take your virtual segment delete key and do that right there. Now we need to take our other ellipse and make a smaller circle. And this time we are going to hit P. So it'll be in the center of that when we raise it up. Start moving and hold down the control button until it gets to the center. Now to make this all work, because these are different pieces, you could take your smart fill tool and fill that in. Then, nudge that out of the way or just move it out of the way. And what I was saying, you do this twice, and you do this one out of, I don't know how far I'd have to go down to get like a dark brown walnut color. And if that was the walnut and you had it, the other color was like, I'm going to make we'll make it this reddish brown, like maybe for cherry wood, it won't be that red. But what I've done, so there's one earring, and now, and of course you don't have to color them when you're doing them. Control D and make a duplicate, and you have both these earrings. Now I'm going to left click, no fill. I've got to go way to the top. Left click, right click, and make sure it's a hairline. And I'm working on somebody else's deal that it's a CMYK. And if you're a laser grader, you need to do that in RGB. But what happens if you cut this out of walnut and you cut this one out of cherry or maple, and then just swap the swirls. So, and you could make them both the same. It would just cost you a little bit more wood. So you could do that kind of wood on the outside and this kind of wood on the inside, because you've taken that out and put it over there. And then on the other one, you're going to do this. So you'd have, the young lady would have earrings that match, but they'd be a little bit different. And you could make them match by just cutting out 4 and swapping them out evenly. But that's a really cool, really simple design. Now, the only problem you're going to have is sanding this. So I would double-sided sticky tape it on the back and actually, cut out your plywood. And I suggest using plywood, or not plywood, hardwood on this, because you want the different colors. It's going to be a little bit more fragile. But if you'll cut it out of this box and then double-sided sticky tape when you pick it up, turn it over, sand the back, tape across the front, just a piece of blue painter's tape, turn it over, it'll keep these small pieces inside, and you could sand them out, and then just swap the pieces around and just lightly glue like a couple of the edges, you know, like maybe glue it there, and the inside. And just with some yellow wood glue, and it's going to dry clear. And then you could finish it with what kind of finish you'd like, some kind of lacquer, and put some earring clasp on it, and you're done. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.